Hey there, my name is Avery Clark. You probably don't know me, and that's okay. I am a stage actor mostly, and I'm also a professional game master. I've been playing tabletop RPGs since 1995, and I started out at the height of the Ravenloft setting with second edition, and I've always been a fan of Gothic horror. So when I was listening to a podcast based out of here in the Pacific Northwest called Dungeon Master of None, two thumbs up, I was turned on to this solo role-playing game from another Portland native, Tim Hutchings, called Thousand Year Old Vampire. This book is a piece of art. It is just the quality, the style, the aesthetic, the layout of it is gorgeous. So you may ask, why are we here? But I'm in between shows right now, and I'm lacking a bit of a creative outlet. So in my complete ignorance and naivete, I thought that I would play this game and chronicle it and turn it into little like comic book episodes. It's going to be a bit of an endeavor, but I'm going to give it a shot. Now, there are two different modes of play. There's the quick play, where you just, you come up with the vampire pretty quickly, some bullet points, you start with your resources, and you go. You roll dice, you see what the prompt says, what you lose, what you gain, what happens to you, then you move on to the next prompt, then you move on to the next, the next, the next. And that takes about 2 hours, I believe, to go through that whole experience of your 1,000-year-old vampire. And there are quite a few podcasts and other videos online where you could watch that. But in my interest for this, and why I'm doing this, is I didn't see anyone really doing the journaling aspect of that. So I really thought, oh, I can do that. Probably a horrible idea. So the rules of the game are actually quite simple. Your vampire starts with 3 resources, 3 skills, 5 memories with some experiences in there, as well as 3 mortal connections, and then an immortal connection that turned you into the vampire. Now, you can make these skills and resources be whatever you want them to be, and it doesn't matter how grand they are, you will still lose them just as easily. So a member of the French aristocracy can lose his palace and lands and grounds just as easily as a beggar can lose their hovel. And that's what makes the game so unique, is how open it is for any form of interpretation. I will do my best to be as historically accurate as possible. Let's consider this a bit of an alternate timeline because I'm dealing with a vampire. I will also do my best to be as culturally sensitive as possible. It is very likely I'm going to get something wrong. I'm also going to do my best to credit every like sound effect that I use, every piece of music that I use. I will be using AI imagery for a lot of it. I have hired an artist to actually create some artwork for it. I did want to include someone human involved in this because it is important to me, again, as an artist and just as a person living on this planet, not to have our T1000s running our life. So my general idea for each episode is to start with the story mode, and then after that transition into me talking about the choices that I made, rolling the dice, reading my next prompt, and sharing it with you. Now, if I had subscribers or followers, which I don't, and that's okay, I would say, help me out here, vote, cast your decision, leave a comment, tell me where I should go next if I had to run off somewhere. What time period should I be in? Help me build my character. Spoiler alert, I've already built the character. So let's talk about my vampire. He's already created, and at first, of course, my mind went to, Eastern European, the traditional style vampire. But I quickly got rid of that. If this is the only time I ever get around to playing this game, I wanted something that felt more unique and something a little bit more soulful and original. So I quickly scrapped Eastern European. I was like, ooh, maybe they could be from here. Maybe they could be 1,000 years ago who was here, the Coast Salish people. Maybe they could be a member of the indigenous tribe here in the Pacific Northwest. But then I didn't do that for 2 reasons. One, Twilight deals with vampires in the Pacific Northwest, as well as the indigenous tribes involved in that. I think they're werewolves. I've actually never seen or read it. That's not true. I saw the first movie. So I was like, okay, well, what am I into? It's like, ooh, maybe he could be a pagan. And when St. Patrick came to get rid of the snakes, pagans, maybe he could be one of those. And I just don't know enough about the Celtic mythology. So I decided to go with Greece. My vampire is a 17-year-old Greek boy. His name is Menander. And I just love the idea of something a little bit different, where he is not only in this sun-kissed country of Greece at the height of its power, but he himself is a follower of Apollo, the sun god. And I love irony. I'm an actor. It's a thing. And so that is kind of where my journey begins. So if you want to meet Menander, hop on over to the next video and let's get going.